Hey y'all, it's caveman. Today I'm going to be reading the 45th episode of Gegege no Kitarou. And if you're wondering what's on my screen right now, it's actually just me rendering the Match the Girl Spec Ops Asuka Episode 8 reaction video because I wasn't able to cover up the screen on time for that video when there was a shower scene, so I had to edit it. Shame on me for not having quicker reflexes there. Should have kept the pillow on the left instead of the right, but well, I ain't perfect, and most of the times I'm able to cover up the screen on time, but I just wasn't able to, so yeah. In case you're wondering what's on the screen. Well, anyways, this episode of Gegege no Kitarou was amazing, yo. It went back to the whole having a piece of shit human situation and there being a bad ending for that piece of shit human character. And this human character is probably one of the biggest pieces of shit I have seen in Gegege no Kitarou when it comes to human characters. So I gotta give props to the episode for that. Because I like how at first it makes you think this is going to be a calm healing episode because you've got this seemingly nice man called Masashiko who seems to have a lot of love for his father. And at first he says that he wants to search for his father and find him because he disappeared 10 years ago. And then for a second, and then I was actually believing him for the most part. Like, I wasn't doubting him. But then as the episode progressed and progressed and progressed, because it started out with him lying about a situation first because he's making the excuse that he wants to protect this bamboo ticket. And then they discover that the father didn't disappear because they were thinking, because Kitarou was being led to believe that the one cousin in the trouble was this yoke called the Manidake. But then I like how parts ways in they realize that this yokai specifically, he never did anything bad to the dad. He was actually friends with the dad and all that, and he was like his only friend. And he only started hating humans because the Mashiko's father was murdered, and then it led into like seemingly sad situations. It led to an emotional scene, and then I thought for a second, man, I feel bad for Mashiko. But then I love how this episode released the twist that it was actually Mashiko that killed the father, and even Kitarou figured it out too because he's like, "Let me show off your arm," and then when he shows off this one, he's like, and Kitarou's all like, "You should face criminal penalties." And then right when this Daikichi, because he's the one who killed his own, not Daikichi, Daikichi's son, Mashiko killed his own father. And then we revealed that twist and he was laughing, saying shit like he wanted to kill his own father because he wanted to have fortune to himself because he would have just donated it to the poor. I was like, yeah, I want to see this piece of shit taken down. And then y'all know that a human character fucks up when at first Kitarou offers this individual an opportunity to pay for the time in jail, but then the moment he's all laughing, it was like, nope, he done fucked up. And then when Manidaki takes him and turns him into a bamboo to avenge the death of his friend Daikichi, I was like, yup, any person that does that shit to an amazing father like that deserves to fucking die. So I was fucking rooting and shit. So this episode had a great ending. A sad one though, because for a second it really made it seem like it was going to be happy because Mahashiko's wife was at first originally wanted to take down the bamboo thicket, but then she changed her mind parts ways in, and it was seemingly a happy ending until Kitarou found out, no, this motherfucker did still want to take down the bamboo thicket so that this dude can get it like no, he didn't want to take out the bamboo thicket necessarily, but this man still wanted to stay with the fortune of his father. So it was like, yeah, this guy deserved anything that he got from Manidaki. So this episode had a great ending. It had a great twist because I didn't even see it coming. I really thought this man was a nice man. So gotta give it extra points to that for the most part for that cool twist. And Manidaki was a nice character. It really made me feel sympathy for him that his father died in such a terrible way. And even though Daikichi wasn't shown off much, the little amount of time he was shown, I kind of felt something like just a tingling sensation when they found out that their friendship ended with his death. being killed by his own son. So that's what made this the story in this episode resonate with me. You got to see more facets of Kitarou's personality. You got to see some more justified reason as to why Kitarou thinks that humans, well, he doesn't have such a high opinion of them because of shit like this. It's like, no wonder why Kitarou doesn't think much of humans. Like, when he's experienced a situation where humans kill each other and for like petty reasons like money, it's like, yo, it is just sad. And you can hella tell it got to Daddy Eyeball when he didn't even say anything when he learned all this. That's like, cow. That's how much you realize that this fucking boy fucked up. That Mahashiko. So, yep. That's what I'd say. For these reasons, the character and story department was great. I'd say really the only minor flaw was that, again, you really didn't have Kitarou talk bad to Ranman about the whole yokai trial situation. That'd have been nice that if they would have acknowledged that somewhat, but they didn't really do that. So that's the only thing that's stinking me about this episode. But overall, though, this episode was near perfect, and the animation wasn't really great, but it got the job done. Art was nice, and despite the animation and not exactly being up to snuff, and the continuity again not being up to snuff, I'm gonna still deliver a 10 out of 10 score to this episode because it had the emotional impact, the story was great, and any Gegege no Kitarou with a dark ending is usually gonna get high scores from me because they're usually amazing. And this episode was one of the best of Gegege no Kitarou, and it's amazing. 40 episodes in, and this show can still deliver some top-notch quality, I gotta say. My goodness. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on the episode. Comment down your thoughts in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more, alright? Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.